you so much. This Castle Realty family over here has been doing a bang-up job. There's calls coming in, 784-KIDS, 784-5437. And we have Jenny and Joel and Lyla with us. Welcome, family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's start back, because right now Lyla is 8 years old. She's
Right.
8? She's 8. Okay. Can we start back? Can we turn the clock back and start back at the beginning?
Sure.
How was your pregnancy with Lyla?
It was a normal pregnancy.
Okay.
Yep. The only thing was on the ultrasound, they saw an abnormality in her brain called a choroid plexus cyst. But we were told that 95% of the time that just clears up on its own.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did that trouble you at the time, or were you pretty much like, okay?
Well, it did a little bit.
Yeah.
We were told that there is a possibility it could be a sign of something called trisomy 18, which we had never heard of before. But we were told it was so rare that it would actually, turn into something or be something like that we weren't all that worried. We didn't have any extra testing done or anything like that.
And Dad, you're in the medical field.
Correct.
You're a nurse.
Yes.
Okay. When you got that news, was that something you had heard of before?
I had heard of it before,
Right.
but I wasn't real familiar with it.
Okay.
So it was big news
Okay.
for us.
So Lyla came into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then where are we?
So she came into the world full term.
Okay.
But she was really small, and she
How
had
much did she weigh when she was born?
5 pounds.
Okay.
5 pounds even. Yep.
Okay.
And she was having some breathing difficulties and some other odd things, like she had low platelet count. So they took her to the NICU
Okay.
right away. Yep, for the extra support.
All right.
And they did a bunch of blood tests. And then 3 days later, we found out that she had what's called trisomy 18, or Edwards syndrome.
Okay, so now you're trying to digest that information,
Right.
and you're trying to figure out what happens next. You guys scared?
Oh, we're very scared.
Okay.
And through this time, we've had a great support system. We put our faith in Jesus Christ. We've had great family and friends, and the hospital at Gunderson here has been awesome. And Lila's teachers too have been great.
Now, I saw on some of the notes and the conversations we had, they said there's a chance she may not live. There's a chance she may not walk. What was the percentage? Oh, that's good. That was a good thing coming in. What's the percentage? That was a staggering percentage that you gave us.
Yeah, yep. So when they told us about her diagnosis, they said, you enjoy your time with her now, because she may have days, maybe weeks, if you're lucky, maybe a few months to live, because it's devastating, considered a fatal diagnosis. Trisomy 18 is. It can affect any body system. She'd probably have lots of medical issues. She probably wouldn't walk or talk. They told us, since she did make it through birth, she had a 7% chance of making it to 1 year.
Heart must be breaking.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys able to even shut your eyes and sleep at night? I mean, with news like that,
It was
unimaginable.
Yeah, it was the worst. When we found out, it was the worst day of my life. Anyway, we were heartbroken.
So, fast forward. Somebody trotted in here on her own this morning.
Yep.
And we'd like to do Nux. And we're in school at La Crescent.
Yep.
And tell us about Lila's teachers.
Oh, well, she goes to La Crescent Hoka Elementary School. Her special ed teacher is Jesse Stoiks, and he is the best. And her paras there, they're wonderful. Her regular classroom teacher is Wendy Scott, and she is awesome too. Lyla absolutely loves school. She has learned so much. I mean, she has all her little buddies there. They all love her. They give her Nux every day.
Sometimes as mom and dad, you don't always see the little things, but all of a sudden she's doing so much more.
Yeah.
And when we see her once a year or something, we think, oh my gosh, she has come such a long way.
Yeah.
And you guys are seeing improvements, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are.
Every year it just grows and grows. And this year especially her vocabulary has really taken off, and they put a lot of hard work in that school especially. So
Yep.
So when you guys were going through all of this over the years, Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, had you heard of the organization?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you guys were well aware. So asking for help's not real easy. Wasn't
No.
real easy. Wasn't an easy thing to do. They kind of make it easy, don't they?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Because it's like they can anticipate what you need.
Right.
How did they step in for you guys?
Oh, boy.
They went above and beyond numerous times.
Yeah.
What were some of the, do you remember? And it's hard to remember. It was probably all just a blur.
Oh.
But do you remember some of the ways that they did help you?
Yeah, well, when she was in the NICU, they provided meals for us. We never had to worry about, getting meals. And then her first year, she had a lot of issues with her
Urinary
bladder,
tract.
With her urinary tract, her bladder. So she had a lot of bladder infections. So she was hospitalized quite a bit her first year. Every time we came to the hospital, they paid for her meals.
It seems like once you get under their wing, you're there.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so.
Such a blessing.
Yeah, some other things, they provided an iPad for her, which she uses every day at school.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it has lots of good ways. Lots of good apps that she can learn with to help with her speech. Also, another big thing has been Children's Miracle Network has helped us pay for music therapy.
Oh, tell me about music therapy.
Oh my goodness, it's awesome for her. She gets music therapy through Life in Harmony. Music therapy services. Her therapist is Sarah Collender. They're amazing. So what it is basically it's kind of like OT, speech therapy, and even some PT all rolled together using music to help her to learn.
Do you think Lyla has a favorite song? Does she have a favorite song that she likes?
Yes.
And what would her favorite song be? She kind of looks like she'd have a favorite song.
Yeah, her favorite song is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is her favorite song. Well, tell you what, 784-KIDS, 784-5437. And John just held up how many calls we've already had. We're already at 7 calls, and we haven't even asked for calls yet. You guys
Thank
are
you,
amazing.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your support.
Well, Lyla is probably, she's the star here today.
Absolutely.
784-KIDS, 784-5437. We are putting the Castle Realty family to work on the Blood Center of Wisconsin phone bank. So what happens next? It looks like there's eye doctor appointments, maybe appointments for her hearing. Is that what goes on?
Yeah, yep. She has she has glasses, so she sees the ophthalmologist. She goes to an audiologist. She goes to see an ENT. She has sleep apnea, so she had her tonsils and adenoids out, so they kind of follow her. She has to get an ultrasound every year because trisomy 18 kids are at a higher risk for having something called a Wilms tumor, which I'm sure you've heard of because of Justice.
Right, right, exactly.
So yeah, she has extra needs.
And just in the last year, Children's Miracle Network supported sending Lyla to Easter Seals this past summer. So
yeah, Camp Wabeek.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Where is that?
It's near Wisconsin Dells, and so it's pretty close, but it's all for individuals with disabilities, so they can have a true camp experience.
Do you two as parents stay there?
No?
No.
How was that? Was that the first time you'd been away?
Yes, it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you even know what to do?
Well,
It's got to be hard.
it was.
It was.
Her first time going this last summer. We were nervous about it, but it ended up being an amazing experience, and there's no way we could have paid for it if it weren't for Children's Miracle Network.
How
Yeah.
fabulous is that?
Yep.
Yes.
And a rest for you guys.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And a summer
Need
she
that.
probably won't forget anytime soon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe again? Maybe another camp?
We're hoping
We're
every
hoping
year.
so, yeah.
Yeah, because it went so well. It was 6 days. So
Do you remember some of the things that she was able to do in camp?
yeah, well, her favorite thing ever is swimming.
Oh, she's a little fish.
Oh yes, absolutely. She's our mermaid. So she got to go swimming every day, and she just loves interacting with other kids, and especially other kids with special needs. So she got to play with other kids. They played a lot of ball. She loves to play catch, played basketball. They got to do like some hikes in the woods, nature experiences, campfires,
A rope
singing
course.
songs. Oh, yeah, there's a rope course she could
All
even
kinds of
do.
stuff.
Probably a lot of things she wouldn't have been able to do at home.
Correct.
Because who has a ropes
Absolutely.
course?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And you'd probably be super nervous.
Right.
You know, but when you have people that are skilled and trained to work with special
Exactly.
needs and they know what they're doing,
Yep.
I can't. What a blessing!
I know. And
That
all
was
kids
it.
should be able to have a camp experience, and so they're
Well,
just making that possible for
It lets
everyone. You know.
a kid be a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes that's like, and it lets mom and dad be mom and dad.
Right.
It's nice.
Yep. Yep.
Wonderful.
It
So
was.
I think that's a good enough reason to pick up the phone and call.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes there's these things that obviously you don't anticipate, but then there's these small things that turn into a big, wonderful thing like this camp.
Absolutely.
Made possible, Children's Miracle Network Hospital, 784-KIDS, 784-5437. John, where are we at with calls? We're going to get a total here in just a second. It's 784-KIDS, 784-5437. The calls are coming in. Right now, there are 13 preemie babies upstairs.
Wow.
And yesterday I thought, okay, there's 12. Hopefully the number will go down a little bit. It went up. That's the reality. And then there's one real sick little baby in PICU. And now we're at 8. We're at 8 calls. Perfect. Thank you so much. 784-KIDS, 784-5437. And Lyla is just having a great time. She's getting all wound up with the extra noisemakers. They don't bother her a bit.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, she must enjoy activity.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
She does. You can see she's exploring. She's doing fine. They have their eyes out on her. She's doing, even though you can't see her right now, it'll be okay.
Okay.
A couple hours ago, we had a baby here that kept being passed around. We didn't even know where the baby was. We knew it was here somewhere. But anyway, she's doing great.
You guys are
I
great.
think what we'll do is, on that note, some of the things that you have shared with us are just heartwarming. The things that you've shared with us are super scary.
Yeah.
But things are looking up.
They
Yes,
absolutely
they are.
Yep.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
on the fence, trying to decide to call and make a donation, what would you say?
There is not a better organization that you could support. I mean, they have been there for our family, for Lyla, given her opportunities that she would not have otherwise had. You would never regret donating to Children's Miracle Network. They've helped so many kids.
Another call.
There we go.
And thank
you. Thank you for taking the time today to come in,
Yes.
share your life with us, because that's what you just did. And now we know. And now we feel like we know you guys really well. So
Yeah.
thank you for that. And Lila's here somewhere. We'll give her
Yeah.
Nux here in a little bit. You're listening to the Children's Miracle Network Hospital's Radiothon, a service of the La Crosse Media Group.